For farming, 4-acre model. The president always sing about that. Let people go and revive themselves. They have land, but they sell the land, they come back here in Kampala and buy borders and start knocking people. Go for 4-acre model. Let people go for farming. Ministry of Agriculture is there. It will provide you each and everything. Let me tell you, in this country, we have everything. It is a beautiful country. Love your country. Love your country. This is your country. You are not a foreigner. Love your country first. Let your country be here.
Hi, welcome to the profile. My name is Christine Yosenga, and we are always here telling stories that inspire, motivate, and empower you through voices. And you can find the profile conversations on YouTube at Yosenga Christine. This video is brought to you by Alicia Fashions and Makeup Glam. You can find them on their contact on 0700 389-800, and they'll be able to take you through their makeup services. With me today is CK, and he's going to give you the details of his names and what he does. And today we want to talk about the roles of a citizen. You know, most of the times we blame the government for this. We find cases where the government and the people are clashing. So today we want to take a look at what are your responsibilities as a citizen. You're most welcome to the profile.
Thank you so much. My name is Koreb Katirima. That is CK. Okay. So that's the name. Koreb Katirima is my name. I am the Guild Speaker of Kampala International University. I have some other profiles. I am a student of law. I'm in the 4th year. Yes.
You're most welcome to the profile.
Thank you.
Now, starting off with the government, people always blame the government for their poverty. They blame the government for the sick people. Everything, they put it on the government. What, in simple terms, is a government?
In simple terms, let me first talk about the definition of government, as other Democrats also stated, that it's for the people, by the people. So a government is for the people. It's for the people, and people have to respect the government also, as well as the government has to respect the people. So I think that's how I can talk about it.
Then what are the roles of a citizen?
As a citizen, first of all, as a student and a citizen of this country, most of the time I love talking about the students' affairs in the government. What are the roles of students in the government? What should they do? How are they really being brought up by the families so that they can cope up with the values of the government? When we talk about a citizen and the government, we have to understand the values and principles, first of all. The values and principles of the government. Of course, there are some other things that the government want, and other that citizens also want to be implemented. So, as a citizen of this country, under the university, there are things that I want to see government doing, like health services, infrastructure, and other things rotating, to see peace and security, to be stable, the economy to start booming. I wouldn't want to talk about employment that I have when I leave the university. I should be employed by the government. I don't want to talk about that, because a government also is mandated to have some jobs that should give to the students who have left the university, but also students themselves. What they study at the university, they should at least implement them in the fields. Before we blame the government to give us jobs, what have you done for the government? Yes.
So that is more to do with creativity.
That is exactly hands-on. you have started education. Are you really doing the same? Are you implementing what you studied from the university? You're a professional teacher. Have you really educated the children of this city, of this country? Or you are just doing other things and leave them half-baked?
Look at the people who are studying information and technology, that is IT.
Yeah, it is a very good field. Information and technology, it is a very good field. Why? In past governments, starting in 1962 when we got our independence, we had no such subjects or professionals. But here in Uganda, when I think it started in 1995, something like that, when we started to see phones, using phones, yeah, until these other facilities like UCC came up. So now the information and technology is catching up. It has taken over. You see this Meta, it's called Meta what? It has taken over. So that is a very important field in a country. If a citizen of this country really is studying such a course, then just know that Uganda is advancing on a high speed. Yes. Sometimes I respect the opinions of the president, where he say, I'm going to pay scientists. That one is very, very good. Very, very good. You pay scientists to perform, the performance will keep on going, and the income of this country will automatically grow. Yes.
So that also appeals to the government that they have to empower the youth in this.
Yeah, they have to empower the youth. But first of all, before it empowers the youth, what is the role of a youth? First of all, you have to obey rules and regulations of the country. You have to obey the law. If they have established Computer Misuse Act, don't go to pornography. Respect the laws. Okay? You know, I am an African. I'm a Ugandan and I'm an African. We love the values of Africans, how we are brought up. You would find someone really putting on somehow naked, but you can run away and say, hey, what is this I'm seeing? You see? So now, you have to respect the rules and regulations. That is law. Yes.
So now about respecting the rules and regulations, the police, do you think the police is really handling this well with the offenders? How it is handling the offenders?
Who are offenders?
The criminals.
And again, who are criminals?
The people who commit the crime.
Yes.
I mean.
So you want, if you commit a crime, you want the police to handle you like well. I'm not the spokesperson of police, but at least I have studied the law under the Police Act. Okay, you get permission. If you do a wrong thing, they arrest you. That's why in law we study criminal procedures. Yes.
But then that brutality, the way those people are, I mean, if I have accepted that I am in wrong, police take me, but then how are you taking me as a police? You know.
Those are questions for the police. I have never been a policeman. so I have never been a policeman, and I'm not dreaming to be so. But as a citizen, of course, if you agree to be, that's why I told you that I'm a student of law. If you have a case to answer, and police has summoned you, go there. If you know that you don't have a case to answer, they will release you. And if you resist arrest, they will automatically, it's under the law, they will automatically force you to be arrested. They will force you until they take you. Yes, that's the first statement of a citizen, obey the law. Once you obey the law, everything will be smooth.
You know, on many cases we see people are actually forced to go and vote. In some countries, actually, they just force them. Whereas Uganda, since we have more freedom, actually, there are very many people who don't vote. Why do you think people actually have to go for these elections and vote for their people?
I want to thank the government of NRM first of all. I want to tell you that I support NRM. I'm a staunch supporter of NRM. I want to thank the government, first of all. It is a very good question. That is democracy. In the 10 points of the NRM, there is that democracy. I think it's in number 2 or number 1, something like that. Democracy. You go and exercise your right. You know, when you are reading the Constitution of this country of 1995, under Chapter 4, it spells out the rights of a man. Now, a citizen of this country has to vote for his leader. Be in parliament, represent the people. Even as students, we have the Constitution of the Guild Union, where we have qualifications that the guild president will have A, B, C, D. The guild speaker will have this qualification. You can't be a speaker in the guild union without being an MP. So I was elected as MP, School of Law. That's how I managed to be the guild speaker. So that is a qualification. So they have a right to vote. That is what we say, exercising your rights. Under the NRM government, actually, it has at least done it. Yes.
But then why do they have to go and vote? I mean, some people need reasons why they should vote.
Why they should vote? First of all, I hail from Kazo County, Kazo district. We have, for us, we are cattle keepers. We need dams during the dry season. We need good roads. When you get good dams, your animals will not starve. When you get good dams, you will produce milk. Lorries and other dairies corporation, they will come and pick milk from the village. People vote their leaders to bring services near to them.
How should we get accountability from our leaders?
Accountability is okay. Who doesn't want accountability? It's okay. Fighting corruption is okay. Yes. As a citizen, actually, I wish you people could read your constitution under Chapter 3. Under Chapter 3. I refer you to go and read it very well, verbatimly. You will understand the role of a citizen in that constitution. Fighting corruption is okay. But how have you addressed the issues, the avenues that you are going to use to fight corruption? Many people talk about corruption. But those ones, even those ones who are saying that they are fighting corruption, who are going on the street to demonstrate, they are being paid. They pay them, they mobilize them in a certain building and pay them. Please, let us go and burn the parliament. Which is very dangerous. Just look for the appropriate way, the good avenue, the best way of solving the problem. Don't become a problem to a problem. Provide solutions always. What are the good solutions that you have provided at least to fight corruption? I thank the president. Sometimes I follow him, I follow his speeches, I follow his background, I follow his book, I follow him, at least I follow him. When he's constituting some commissions to fight, there is a Auditor General's office, there is a State House anti-corruption, there is this one of URA, there is this one of very many of them, to fight corruption. These are the avenues I am telling you, I'm showing you, to go through. Are you getting the point? But you will never solve a problem with fire and burning cars, rioting. For what? Respect the law. Yes, respect the law. We have laws in this country. If you don't respect the law will catch up with you. Now I saw some people demonstrating, Anita must go, Anita must go. Where? The people you elected in the parliament are the same people you elected among. Before you chase among, first chase your MP. That calls for the first question you asked.
That is more reasonable.
Yes. People forget that. Among Right Honorable the Speaker and the Right Honorable Deputy Speaker were elected by the Speakers of Parliament. Constitutionally. But today, you are telling us Among should go. Really, are you in the right position to chase Among? Really? Chase your MP. He's the problem. You have seen MPs being arrested, others. Chase your MP first before you chase Among. She has done her part. You want Among to go and arrest the corrupt? No. That's not her work. Hey, for her, she's following the constitution. What does the law say? And rules of procedure of the parliament. That is her role. The rules of parliament are there in the constitution.
Maybe people just need to be educated about some of these things.
Absolutely.
Some of them are misleading.
Absolutely. You're right. We are lacking sensitization in this country. But also, it is not prudent for them to educate someone who is educated. You educate him, but you know that the person, like my friends who are studying from here, they are studying law. They know the law against the rioters. But I saw them on the street demonstrating. I said, are you a student of law? Yes. You know what you are doing? Yes. I also have a right to demonstrate. Okay? So how can you really sensitize such a person? I think they should use that avenue of sensitizing people on some other things that people don't understand well. Yes, you're right.
We have recently seen the globalization warning. We have also seen people being chased from wetlands. You have seen the Kitezi incident, people encroaching on garbage encroaching on people. And on this case, what is the responsibility, or how can a citizen ensure that they preserve the environment?
I as a citizen of this country, my work is to protect the environment. First of all, my work is to protect the environment. I cannot just cut trees, like look outside here, a lot of trees in the compound of the university. So I came with my boys, I order them, please start cutting those trees.
Because of selfish
And
interests.
because of selfish interest, you want to burn charcoal. Charcoal burning. I can see good trees outside there, but you don't know the function of that tree. This is the sensitization you have talked about. So it is a duty for the government to educate its people. I have a right and a responsibility and a role to protect the environment around me. And it's a law. Under the NEMA Act, no, under the Environmental Act, we can see NEMA. I had a case, I studied a case about Nyakana versus NEMA, about the other downtown. Huh? Yes, NEMA is saying you are destroying the environment. Nyakana is saying this is my property. You see, the point of contention is that you have at least to agree that NEMA is more important today. We have to respect the environment. Don't go and encroach government land and start building in a swamp. How can you build in a swamp? So after building in a swamp, water will start looking for you. Then you start crying government to Yambe. Prime Minister's office, relief, please bring relief. People, water has so such stuff. You're a citizen. Are you aware? Are you informed about NEMA, about environment? Sensitization should be there. Yes.
How best do you think we can desensitize these people?
That one should be done by NEMA and that Ministry of Water.
Because now when it comes to the issue of corruption, as you have said, you're going to go to maybe the authorities chairman because you want that land.
Yes.
And the chairman is going to let you because you have given him something. But then you're forgetting that you're also destroying the environment. Just because you got it in the wrong way, now you make it seem like it is now.
Yes.
The authorities have authorized you.
Now let me tell you, Madam Moderator, what you are talking is right. It calls for the other thing of electing your leader. Who is that chairman am I electing? The chairman. Those people have no problem. The leaders, they are leaders. Those who are so-called leaders on the ground, because they grew up there. They know each and every sector. They know each and everything. They just call. They have their agents. They call Mumanyi. Get me 2 people to come and buy this land. So their agents will go through people and get you. Please, it's 15 million. Those are bad leaders in the community. That's where the corruption starts from. That's where death starts from. Because when water will come looking for its way, you become an obstacle to water, it will take you off. It will sweep you off. So it has resulted, the results, now death is a result of that. Because you have a bad leader who sold that land to you. Yes.
Now we have freedoms and rights in Uganda.
Yes.
People always do things out of it is my right, it is my freedom. How should you balance the rights and then responsibilities as a citizen?
We have very many rights. In Chapter 4 of this Constitution 1995. Rights. I have a right to talk. I have a right to be heard. I have a right of freedom. Okay? Those are my rights. I have a right to go to prayer worship. I have a right of movement. Yes, you have a right to talk. What are you going to talk? There are those ones, the non-derogable rights and derogable rights. What are you going to talk about? If you talk something that will endanger people's lives, or mobilizing people to come and riot, because you have a right to talk, and you have a right to mobilize your friends to come and burn the city, that's not a right. The law will catch up with you. You misuse your rights, and after misusing it, the law catch up with you. You start complaining that it's my right. Then you call for those human rights activists. Please come. The guy, his rights has been violated. To some extent, rights are being violated on a manner that we have to also caution ourselves and understand how we should exercise our rights.
People going on the streets to undress, just to show
you undress yourself, the law of pornography will catch up with you. That is law. You shouldn't. How do you undress unless you are insane? Unless you are insane. How many people have you seen on the street insane, walking naked? But you are having your 5 senses. You go to the street and strip yourself because you have seen that one happened in America, in Russia, in anyway. This is Africa. This is Uganda. So the law will catch up with you. Yes.
So how can we ensure that these rights are actually used the right way as citizens?
Obey the rights. obey the law. That was my first statement. Obey the law. What does the law say? The day you will enter in police cells, tomorrow they take you to court and they charge you and you go to Rizra. That's when you will realize that there is law in Uganda. But before reaching there, you are just here in the compound of the university, abusing each and every leader, planning on how to demonstrate and put all these buildings down, burning university cars. You are just here planning to do that. When they get you in 5 fingers, I don't know where you will go. Yeah, I don't know. That's when you realize that law is there in Uganda. Yes.
How can government ensure that people actually do what they have to do, like their duties and responsibilities?
It is by sensitization. We have Ministry of Information. They have to sensitize people. Yes. We have police. Police no muntu wa bulijjo. That program is there. We have other avenues. Yes.
No, in most cases we have seen people blaming their governments for being underdeveloped. And people, very many people trashing the government. This government has
failed.
Yes.
Yeah.
So how do you think, or what do you think people should do to ensure that there is development in the country?
By the way, do you know that is democracy also? A citizen criticizing his government, it is a democracy. If you don't tell the government where it has failed, it will sometimes rot or fail to do it what it is supposed to do. So that it is a very good call for the government to wake up. I respect criticism, but sometimes other people criticize government differently. Okay? Under development, how? I want to give you simple statistics under this ruling government. This is a private institution. But do you know that the owner pays the taxes? He pays the taxes, and those taxes go to the government, treasury. Do you know that the owner of this university employs people? He has workers? He does. Do you know that this is the second university to Makerere University now? Actually, it is the leading university in Uganda, private university in Uganda. Do you know that we had only one university in 1986 when the government, even the NRM government came to power? Today, do you know that we have more than, these are simple statistics that you people should understand. Do you know that today we're having more than 56 universities? Do you know that the owners of Kampala International University are doing a great job of educating citizens of this country? These people should be considered and should be given prizes. Do you know what it means to have such a university producing? We have 3 intakes. We have January intake, we have April intake, we have August intake. Those are students of peasants. Now, after leaving here, they will go and start their businesses out. Do you know that also when this person pays taxes, the government will start constructing roads? Some other people don't understand this. I come from Mukazo district. When I pay my tuition here and I go to Kazo, I find there Myoga. I find there, is it PDM? What is it? PDM. I find there some other circles. I find there secondary schools. A good citizen should pay tax. Taxes are being collected by an authority called URA. And those taxes will improve on infrastructure. and paying government workers. Okay? Roads, electricity, like those ones, new dams that they are constructing, like Jagar, like Nile, like Karuma, and others that the president has just in West Nile. So those are the taxes that those people, that authority collects. They collect taxes to bring services near to the people. But once you start criticizing tax collection and tax collectors, then that's bad criticism. Yes, criticize the government that it has failed to construct a road, criticize the government that it has failed to bring medicine in the hospital, criticize the government that you have failed at least to connect this bypass and the other one flyovers. You have seen the flyovers now how they work for the first time in this country. And you cannot have all those developments apart from having a stable security. Once you stabilize peace and security, then everything will move smoothly. Yes.
Well, what is your final remarks to a citizen towards nation building?
Oh, it's a good question. My remarks is about a few things. That one, let us respect the government. Not the only sitting government, not the only ruling government, but also another coming government. A good citizen of this country has to pay taxes. A good citizen of this country has to respect the environment. A good citizen of this country has to respect peace and security. A good citizen of this government, yes, has at least to support the government. Support the government. What has the government done? Support its policies. Support the three pillars of the government: executive, legislature, and judiciary. Okay? Then, I think we have to get more sensitized, to be more sensitized about corruption. And we're also going to sensitize ourselves. They should take that one to the level of secondary schools, to the level of the university, so that those children who are coming up, the ones in the university like us, we understand well what is corruption. Actually, it is a serious issue. I think lastly, I want to thank the entrepreneurs, like the owner of this university, the great university. It's a great university, Kampala International University. It's a great university. It has good products. Yes. Journalists, they should also be cautioned. I don't know the law on you journalists. You find people demonstrating, but you capture how the policeman is going to control them. You don't capture the bad acts that those demonstrators are doing, but you want first the side A, then you hide the side B. You always come out, speak truth. Yes, if someone is breaking the house, please capture him. Don't capture the police with the tear gas. Why? Capture him. Go for farming. 4-acre model. The president always sing about that. Let people go and revive themselves. They have land, but they sell the land, they come back here in Kampala and buy borders and start knocking people. Go for 4-acre model. Let people go for farming. Ministry of Agriculture is there. It will provide you each and everything. Let me tell you, in this country, we have everything. It is a beautiful country. Love your country. Love your country. This is your country. You are not a foreigner. Love your country first. Let your country be here. Yes. Once you love your country, everything will be okay. Yes.
Well, Mr. CK has said it all. It is your country, and it is not like you're going to wake up and be born in another country. So Let us contribute to nation building as citizens and work together with the government instead of trying to fight the government, but try and work together with the government to bring the development, the good things that we want in the government. Thank you so much for being a part of the show, and you can follow us on our socials at New Single Christian. Till next time.